Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Regina, and in this channel I talk about simple living. So today I'm going to be responding to some of the questions that you have raised to me. Some have been raised by individual people while on the way, like we meet somewhere and you ask a question. Others have been raised on the platform, on the YouTube platform. And so today I've decided to respond to some of those questions. Do you have a joint account with your husband? Who makes your hair? Why do you show off your house in the public, on social media? Why do you do that? How do you manage to avoid sales and offers in supermarkets and shops? Yet, by buying that item, you will save on some money, and you are there telling us to save money. How are we going to manage to avoid those sales and offers? So, those questions, among many others, like how you create a YouTube channel, that's what I'm going to be responding to today. And to start us off, it's the first question, which is, it was a long question, but I just decided to frame it in a short way. Do you have a joint account with your husband? So many times I have talked about I and we, like even I has been used in the place of we sometimes, and we used in the place of I. And that doesn't make me, what is the word to use? Like, I am an independent mind, I am an individual by myself, but also there's a place where my family comes in, and that's why I use the word we many times. And to respond to the joint account issue, yes, we do have some joint accounts, but there are some accounts that are not joint. The account may not be the issue from the way this question was asked. It was about doing things together. And like I'll talk about our house, which we are now renting. And I will always talk about our house and how we bought it. So, the issue of how did you buy it together? And of course, there are different ways of doing things. There are circumstances where perhaps it's the role of the husband to buy a house or to accommodate the family, and maybe the wife would be doing other things, like maybe buy a car, for example, I don't know, or feed the family or something. Maybe there's a way roles and duties have been shared in some homes, and there are in other homes where, for example, everything is done together, and maybe there's a joint way of doing things. Money is put into this one basket, and then now those things that need to be addressed are addressed from that one basket, and that's what I would call the joint account. And so just to share for us how it works, because it's not a secret, we have joint accounts. Most of our accounts, we have very few accounts, but I think 2 joint accounts and individual accounts. And in these joint accounts, they also operate like individual, because any one of us can access the joint accounts. But even in terms of buying a house or buying a car or whatever we plan to buy, it's bought by us. It's never bought by Regina. In terms of who owns it, we own it, but it could be in my name, or it could be in my husband's name, or it could be in both our names. That's how we do it. And we like, it's not something to hide, it's not a secret, and we are not ashamed to share it. So there are some things where I'll be like, I'm the one who owns this, it's in my name, owning in my name, or it's my husband's name, or it's in joint. And it has worked for us since, this far, 10 years down the line, it's working. I remember when I was getting married, my husband was like, yeah, we'll have joint account, buy things together. And I'm like, where? Independent me, feminista me joint account, no way. So like, I was not for that idea. I was not for the idea of doing things like, I was to get to the house, let's share duties, let's share roles. Wewe fanya hii, mimi nifanye hii, fanya hivi, tunakutana jioni. But he brought in this idea, which had worked with his parents, and I bought into it, and it has worked for us. And I can never have it another way, because it has worked for us. So I hope that one is answered. And so most of our things are our things, not mine, not my husband's. They are our things. And the second question was on how do you manage to avoid sales and offers in shops, like those offer and sales that shops and supermarkets give. For example, you go into a supermarket today and you find that this particular brand of soap is on sale today, and it's half the price, and they are selling, say, 4 pieces of the same. Maybe you wanted to buy one, but they're selling 4. That's how you are able to get the sale or the offer. And you are really planned that I was going to buy one bar soap, not 4. And because by buying these 4, you will end up spending times 2 of what you had wanted to spend. But at the end of it, you're going to save because you bought at a lower price, and next month you're not going to buy that item because already you bought more. So the question came in, the person who asked this question asked about food. And so I've used the bar soap, but it's the same concept. Food, that you find food is on sale, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, for me, from where I sit, I would buy that bar soap because it makes sense. Next month, I'm not going to buy. But where I have an issue is where you find a cloth that is on sale, you know, and just because you see that item is half the price, that cloth is half the price, and you had no plans of buying a cloth any soon. Even in maybe in 6 months' time or even in a year's time, you'll still not need a dress. And you see this dress that is being sold 1,500 Kenyan shillings, yet it was 3,000 Kenyan shillings, you buy it because it's on sale. So that's where I have an issue, or that's where my minimalist saving money mind will not allow me to purchase. But in terms of food and, you know, groceries and household items that I know I will need next month, the offer also has to make sense, and I have to do my calculations and see that it makes sense, and that I am only spending this 100 now, but next month I will save on it. I will not spend it. It's the money that I would have used on the next month. And depending with how my income is, do I have that money at that particular time? Because there are those people who go with a list to the supermarket, which I do, and I am only buying what is in that list. If it was one bar soap, it will be one bar soap, and you stick to that. I hope that is answered. Hey, why do you show off your house? Do you know that in this day and era where social media, you can even, things can be stolen in your house? Why do you show off your house? Even when I'm doing my minimalist house tours, I have always put this disclaimer that it's not for pride. At least that one I've always done. And I'm not being proud of what I have. In fact, if I was to show you, what will I be proud of? What is that the seats that are here, how much are these? It's like very cheap things. I'm not a rich woman. I'm not showing off. I'm just sharing how my minimalist house looks like, so that maybe you will get an idea on how perhaps it's maybe the arrangement that I have done on how to arrange your house. For example, in my bedroom, very few items. Maybe you'll get an idea and realize, oh, I do not need to put things under the bed. Maybe like another friend of mine told me, you know what I did? Because my husband is not buying into this minimalist style of doing things and I want it. We bought a bed that does not have an under. You know, those nice beds that it's sort of a block. It goes down up to the floor. So there's no space of putting things on under the bed. And she has conquered that, whether it's a conflict or disagreement or whatever. There's no space for putting anything under the bed. So you issue imeisha hivyo. So when I'm showing you, I'm not priding or showing off what I have. As I have said, I have very little. I am sharing how I am living my life and my minimalist life. And maybe you may buy 1 or 2 ideas that may work for you. And showing you the space that I'm living in, it's not big. This is not Karen. I mean, it's not these big houses, but I have managed to put this on this area and still have so much space with me where we can play football with my child or just play hide and seek without big tables, coffee tables. You can buy a small one instead of the big one. So it's for those who want to borrow 1 or 2 ideas. It's never for showing off. Yeah, and so there was the other one on how to start a YouTube channel, and I think I may need to do a video on that, but also to just let people know that by the fact that you are on Gmail, then you automatically have a YouTube channel. That account of Gmail usually comes with the YouTube account with it. And you may not even need to go through the process now of creating an account. You already have one. So it's just feeding it, maybe uploading a photo, you know, just making it how you want it to be. But I will plan to do a video on how to create a YouTube channel. Someone someone had requested me to do a video on how to organize items in the house, and that was based on my decluttering videos, because I do a lot of decluttering videos, remove this, and by removing, my house has very few items. And so she had requested we do an organizing video. How do you organize now those few items that you have in the house, or how do you organize your house to look better? And I'm not an expert on that. I am very good in decluttering, but organizing, I'm not the best. I just try from my level best. And I said that I would bring someone on board when I'm doing a decluttering video who can help with the organizing bit of it. And I think the last question that comes to my mind, no, not the last, the second last, is this dress I'm wearing. And that's why I put it on for this particular video, so that I can show it to you when I'm responding to the questions. This dress, where did you get that dress from? This is how it looks like. It's a short one. This is how it looks like. So people tend to like this bit, these Africans, how it's combining with this other black material. This is how even the pockets have the African bit of it. Another pocket. It helps. You can put your phone on it, tissue or something. Then up here, you see the way they bring the material here again. So I did not make this dress, because someone would imagine I went to a tailor to ask them to make this. I did not. I found, I was looking for a dress. I remember I went to LC Waikiki, those who are in Kenya know. And I did not get the kind of, I was looking for a free dress I was looking for. And then coming down at, this is Karen Hub, those who are from Kenya. Down there, they usually put shops sometimes, mostly on Saturdays or Sundays. There are shops there selling items, and I decided just to walk around and check. That's where I found this dress. I bought it at 2,500 Kenyan shillings, and I love it. And so, because you've asked where I got it from, I have responded to that. What I think is you can go to a fundi and buy this black material. It's very free, by the way. And then you buy you get some African material, then you have them combine it for you, because it's combined down here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's it. And then the last one was about my dreads. Who makes your dreads? That was the end of salon. I'm not going to salon lately, but there's this guy called Musa. He's in town. And this building is opposite Nation Center. It's called Nanak House. That's where he's based, first floor. And I could share his contact in case you are interested. So that's it from me. Another question, bring it on board. We'll tackle it. I hope you've enjoyed this session of answering the questions that came through, and I'm open to answering more. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. In this channel, we talk about decluttering, saving money, giving. And until next time, it's a goodbye from me, and many, many thanks for being there. Asanteni. Kwaheri.